welcome to La Casa. Take a seat.
And feel like home.
Hi.
Hello. Oh my god. We're messes, eh?
Girl, it's every day it gets harder to record in this Madrid fucking heat.
We're in a heat wave, apparently.
Have you felt these past days that your brain is not functioning the way it should be?
Today it's working excellently, but it's like, yeah, I feel it. It's kind of rotten.
It's so bad.
You can see, guys, it's a scale how hot it is in this country. You can see it on Mika's skin.
We were supposed to record yesterday. We had some technical issues. Hannah was almost naked yesterday because it was so fucking hot. Like,
I really wanted to give it to you guys, but now I'm wearing stuff again.
yeah,
Wow.
you missed out. Sorry about that. It was some technical issues. But yeah, so it's summer and it's June here in Madrid, which is
Pride Month.
Pride Month.
Woo! And it's almost July, which means that the Pride parades are gonna be so. And I have to say, we really wanted to dedicate this episode to Pride. And I think I really want to dedicate it to Pride because it's the first time in my life that I'm gonna celebrate it like for real, which is crazy. But also in Madrid, it's like a big ass thing, no?
It is a big ass thing. Like, I have to say that with the people that I've met recently, we've had them on the podcast. So, everybody has said Madrid is such a gay city, which is so true. But
so true.
Originally, when I came here, I didn't even think about that. I was just thinking about other things, about like simply not living in Venezuela. So for me, it's just like ever since I've been here, that's been kind of like my normal, which is fucking crazy. In the sense of, I understand like the privilege of that, in the sense of actually like seeing the freedom, let's say, on the streets, knowing that people can be pretty free regarding their sexuality.
Yeah.
So it's really nice, but also I think in the past year, like I've realized just how unique she is. Madrid, we love you. We love you.
No, she is really unique. You see so many beautiful men in relationships on the street. You see like so many queer people just in general. I said that so often, but all my friends, like almost all my friends, are queer.
Yeah.
Which is insane. I've never had that before. Like obviously some of my friends are queer, but not like this.
Like for me, I've always felt like I've always been kind of in a queer space, just because my brother is queer and I've always been like hanging out with him and his boyfriend or whatever. But the tea is that one of my best friends from school is here visiting now. He's as straight as a fucking pencil.
Wow, he's so straight. He's radiating straight from for real.
Bless him. He's like basic
Sweetheart.
Straight man from the third world country, He is the best ever. Like, this is not like a disability for him. But we went out on Saturday and it was like he was the only straight person. And for me, it's like, this must feel so weird for him.
I mean, at least he was a fire sign. There was literally only fire signs besides Mika and one Virgo. And then he was the only straight person.
Yeah,
Damn.
but I would have to talk to him to see if he felt weird. I don't think so. But it is true that at least where I come from, this is not common at all. Like, I don't know how it is right now. I would say the last year, I had a great Pride. I went out basically every night. It was so hot here in Madrid, but I went out basically every night to see the concerts, to hang out with friends that they were visiting and stuff. So it was really nice, to be fair. Like, there's always such a good vibe in the streets. People are very loose, they're very happy, like especially on the day of the parade, which is Saturday. You see people like wearing such awesome costumes, like they look so fucking good. It's like so endearing. I don't know how to say, like that feeling when you see something and you feel happiness in your heart of watching people being so happy and carefree and whatever. So that's so great. Obviously there's a lot of people who are also drunk and shit, but it's really nice. Also last year here in Madrid they did like every year they do crazy concerts, and lately after hearing everybody saying like they moved to Madrid because it's such a gay city, I was like, I don't know if there's any other city in the world where I could have seen this many artists, like very
Like, por
big.
ejemplo, bebé.
Like
Which
one year it was Karol G.
¿Qué dices?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing,
Yes,
girl.
girl.
Wow.
I cannot remember all of them, but I saw La Zoe, I saw Akrila, I saw there were like I'm also trying to remember which ones are from for Pride and which ones are from like 12 Octubre and shit like that. But the fact is here that they bring a lot of people who are very important in queer
Which is
culture.
so great.
And they sing for fucking free. That's crazy.
I mean, as they should, but like that's amazing.
For,
that's
for like
amazing. For
a thing like that, like event like that, it's so good. Like it's literally so good.
I agree. I think also, I mean, this is so Madrid coded because you can see so many. There's so many festivities where amazing things happen where you don't have to pay anything. I mean, I used to live in Sol, and sometimes there were like just like concerts of really well-known people for free.
Yeah,
you could
that's
just go
crazy.
and people don't like kill you if there's like a crowd. It's like all people here are so much more chill, for real.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm so excited for Pride. Why do you think we need Pride? I was gonna ask you this.
I mean, I think
It's so obvious, eh?
it's really obvious. Like systematically, I feel because I think there's also a lot of discourse with maybe more conservative people that are, I don't know,
That one straight Pride.
maybe, or it's like, why do they have to rub it in our faces or something like that, which is like, I was having a conversation with my boyfriend's parents this year today, and they were saying how like some years ago, like they have really noticed the difference because when they were younger, they had a friend who came out as gay, and they were like so happy for him, and they were really supportive of him because they are great people, but his friend was so afraid. He almost died out of fucking stress, and like he almost had a heart attack because like growing up, all his family was like super conservative, religious type thing, whatever. And then he had confided in some friends that he was gay, and they completely stopped talking to him.
Yeah,
So,
and that's what happens, eh?
I know, and they were like, "No, I'm so glad that things are different now," and I'm like, but they're not that different.
No.
They are, because the fact that there's a metro station here in Madrid where all the walls are a pride flag, where there's a neighborhood where it's like known to be a gay neighborhood, where people, no, it's not like people can only be gay in that neighborhood. People are gay every fucking where. You go everywhere and you see same-sex people holding hands, kissing, whatever. But it's like,
Madrid is like a good example for something how it could look like, but it's also not safe everywhere here.
Yeah.
And also it's like, I mean, I looked it up. I think it's in over 60 or around 60 countries. It's still prohibited, and you have to go to jail in like a lot of them. And in some, you're gonna die if you're gay. So like they're gonna kill you.
yeah,
So,
I think
death
people
penalty.
don't really take this into consideration because maybe they're not even part of the community, so they don't understand how important it is.
Also to be normalized, I don't know, like just like small things. Like when I used to go out with one of my ex-girlfriends, straight men would harass us. We would like be in a bar and like even just like holding hands, but we could kiss, and like 10 straight men would come to our table and like harass us for real.
But
like,
in what sense?
They would be like, oh, hey, yeah, what are you doing? Or like, that's so cute. Or like, can I be a part of this? Or like, whatever. I've kissed girls on the dance floor, straight men coming up like
That's
this, being like,
girl.
hey, oh my God, I know people that are gay. Or like, oh, I support this. But like, what are you doing in my face? What the fuck? I'm not coming to...
No, that's so fucking weird.
And this is like,
that's so fucking
this
weird.
is like the mild behavior that's like
I know,
still happening.
like
so.
once I went to a party with a girl and we hooked up in a party, as you do sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
For me, it was kind of like, so it really took me out of the whole experience. Like it fucked me up, not gonna lie. It kind of fucked me up because like literally a circle of men
Yeah, te lo juro.
were surrounding us. Nobody said anything, but it's like, can I even kiss this person like normally? Like,
Yeah.
you know, like if I were to be here with my boyfriend, nobody would notice us. And
Yeah.
I feel like we're literally fresh meat in a lion cage.
Yeah,
like
for real,
I
baby.
felt so bad. I wanted to leave right there and there. I almost never get in my head. I'm such a person of being like, nah, whatever, like let me think, whatever, like I don't give a fuck type thing. I felt so bad that day,
Yeah.
so fucking bad. Of thinking like what the fuck am I to these people? Like it's fucking crazy. So I think pride is more than necessary.
Also, like, so many countries are taking back the rights, or like, for example, the US. I mean, it's getting more and more
Girl,
dangerous.
Colombia
for-
just
Yeah.
elected a president that wants
Yeah.
all gay people dead, you know? That type of thing.
So it's so necessary that we show like some visibility. Also for like, I mean, we talked about this in one episode for queer teens like me. I only came out when I was 19, but I was so deeply in the closet because
Yeah.
I never saw people that I could relate with in my life.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, in Venezuela, I think it would have taken me, I would have been that grandma married for 70 years and be like, I'm still thinking about this one girlfriend that I had when I was younger, you know? Because there you don't see that at all. You really don't see that at all. Like I remember the few queer people in my school, like they were like from my year or a year below or above. They were like, oppressed is a word for like, they were so señalados. How do you say that?
I never heard that word before. I can only guess.
Señalado, like pointed
Like,
at,
yeah.
you know? They were like really on the spotlight in a really bad way. Maybe not in the way of being like people were kicking their asses, but they could have, to be fair. And it was like everything they did, it was like a big joke to everybody, you know? Like, look at that little big word doing whatever. Like they could be doing whatever and people would make fun of that.
And that was the same in my school in Germany, you know, like, and then like on a different fucking continent, you know.
Yeah.
It was the same. I remember like my best friend back then, this girl was like so mean sometimes, or like even me, I wasn't saying stuff because obviously like I felt it with myself that I was like part of something is going on here. But I remember her saying like, oh, look at her, she has like her hair shaved, like a fucking lesbian. Did you hear that
so
she's
much
back?
hatred, bro.
We had this one guy in our school, bless you, bro, I hope you're happy. And everyone was always like, oh my God, he's gay. And then, I don't know, like assuming stuff. And like, yeah, even there, like it doesn't matter. Maybe there are cities like Madrid, which are great for people like us, but I also met Madrilenians that like grew up here that told me like Madrid is not a queer city at all. So
that's crazy.
You know?
Maybe I think that's kind of like I never thought that Madrid was never a queer city. It's just the fact that when I came here, it was like soonish from going away from Venezuela. And for me, like the way people live here is the way it should be. So for me, it not like also being bi, it's like most of my life I've lived like following the heteronormative way of living. So it's not like I'm gonna say that I've been so fucking oppressed in my whole life.
Yeah.
It's not that, like, not really. So for me, it was like completely natural to see people, but then it's like, damn, like in my country, people cannot do this. Like my brother and his boyfriend or ex-boyfriend at the time, I mean ex-boyfriend now, boyfriend at the time, they had to be so hush all the fucking time. It's like it was weird if they went to see movies, only the two of them. I would have to be with them most of the times, not because it was necessary, like some friends do go to see the movies, but people are actually looking, and it's kind of like those two are always together. That's kind of fucking weird, you know? Unless you're like a super player, you know, like being with 100 girls a week, like for people to know, like, no, he's so straight. He just has a very good best friend, you know? It was fucking crazy. I remember like gay people from Venezuela telling me stories that are like honestly very traumatizing, because you really need to be in the closet. Otherwise, it's like your life is gonna depend on whether or not you can keep your mouth shut about who you like. Like being so repressed is actually what's gonna give you like what you need to survive, you know? And I find that so horrible.
It's horrible. And like in Germany, it's like if you're a teenager, you have to have the mental capacity to put up with hate. And if you can't do that, you're going to stay in the closet. I'm going to tell a story. It's like one of the first stories where I got like a lot of hate. I was like in a friends group in my second school. Like I changed schools once. I think I said that before.
Yeah.
And they were all like really like the popular girls, whatever. And like my best friend, by that time we were spending like a lot of time together. That one time, I said that we had like a really weird dynamic, but I always thought that we were just friends. I was just like, I was really in love with this girl, but I couldn't even say it to myself. But this one time we were fighting and I bought her some flowers. And she put that in her story on Instagram. Like being like, I don't know, whatever. Yeah, I mean, you could look like that. But
No, because I think
then,
I've done that for friends. But
yeah.
I can already imagine the comments.
Exactly. Because later that night we were going to a party and all those people were there. And I remember one of the girls, she was the one that was always talking behind the back. Really, like, I wish I could talk to her now because, like, I don't understand how you can be so fucking mean. Like, she was telling shit about everyone all the time. Like, I don't know what was going on with her. Anyway, she came to me and she said, like, hey, can I talk to you for a minute? And then she took me by the side and she was, like, saying, this is, like, a phrase that is triggering me so much till this day. Like, everyone says that you're in love with her. She said that to me, like, just because of, and then she was like, yeah, because of like the flowers and stuff. And then she said, like, if I were you, I would like look out a little bit, you know? And in that moment, also we fought again, like the girl and I, we always fought. It was terrible. And I went home alone that night. And I remember that I was crying the whole way home. Not
baby.
Because I knew that I was gay, but because I was like, why are those people so full of hatred?
Yeah.
And I think I never could have come out. But this is like the hateful behavior, those patterns that like that are only in those little conversations and those little things that the people are saying. And maybe the guys were saying because they were jealous of me like hanging out with her so much or whatever, you know? But it's like those things happen like till this day all the time. And now I'm 28. That was like 10 years ago. It's not that long, you know?
Yeah.
And I think all of them, like none of them is like out or whatever. But I would reckon that at least some of them are queer. But
They like by statistics they have to be. But that's fucking crazy, man. That's like that's kind of like the thing. Like, how can people be okay with bearing so much hate inside of them?
I don't know.
Also, like, how boring is your life to be like worried so much about what the other person is doing? Like in that sense, because like there are people. Okay, I'm sorry if this is offensive, but like I'm gonna tell something like in my personal experience. Okay, for me, feet are out of limits. Okay, I hate feet. I don't want to see people feet in the fucking street. I don't want feet near me. Some people love them feet. I'm not like doing a campaign against feet lovers, you know. So it's kind of like I have so many more important things to do than to be preoccupied if somebody wants to fuck some feet.
Yeah, but that's like the thing. That's like the main thing between people that are full of hatred and like normal people. It's just like if you're annoyed by something, you can like say it and then it's fine or whatever. Or maybe you don't even have to say it. But like people full of hatred, they make shit about nothing, you know?
Yeah. Taylor Swift has a song about this. That can be said about any situation in life. No, but last year I think I saw some videos from Pride in Venezuela that made me fucking tear up. I'm not gonna lie, it made me tear up because the fact that people were going out, it was not too many of them, and it wasn't like this big fabulous thing that even the government supports. We can get into it about why Madrid also supports like this LGBTQ thing. Is obviously because of capitalist reasons and to monetize like that. But it's like, okay, which one is worse, you know? Like,
and además we live in a capitalist society. It is like that with everything.
For me, it was like, I don't know if we can show it here, probably not, but it's like, it was like videos of people who were young in the sense of being like teenagers or things like that, like actually going out, even if they were not gay per se. I don't know them, so I cannot say, probably yes, but let's say not all of them were. It's like the fact that they support this cause, because everything that has happened in Venezuela, it always comes up, no? The question about human rights, basically, about gay marriage and things like that. And a lot of people in Venezuela have this way of thinking of being like, we have much more important things to worry about than whether or not these fucking F words can get married or not, you know? Mm-hmm. Which is kind of like, I mean, no, because like the culture also really matters. Like shaping the country, that really, really matters. So it's not something that you can think about it like in 50 years because it's also going to damage the society, but whatever. People like there, they don't really give a fuck. They're like, whatever, this is not even something that we should consider. Mm-hmm. So for young people right now to be there and to be like, I want to fight for this. I want my country to be.
That's really precious.
I mean, I don't know even if in Venezuela is legal to get married being gay. I'm not sure. Probably not.
I don't know, baby girl.
I don't know. I left like almost 10 years ago, so I really don't know if anything has changed. I don't know why they would have. I mean, if they had like.
Was it like that? It was not legal when you still were there? No?
I think not.
Then probably not.
No.
I mean, why?
Yeah. And like people there, like I said, they don't really believe in that. I don't know. It's don't quote me on this, and sorry for the misinformation.
I'm gonna put it on the screen, so if you're watching the video podcast, you're gonna know.
Yeah. So if that has changed in the past years, like I think people would fucking lose their minds. And I think I think it hasn't changed. No, I scratch this. I'm sure that it's not legal there.
But people are always like, this is like the main thinking of like a lot of people. This is like, why do you have to rub it in your face? Why do we still have to talk about this? This was what my parents said when I came out. And there are people there from like a first world country. But if you're like in a first world country, mostly academics and people there like trying or like they're seemingly political. They are like, why do we have to talk about this? Why do you have to wear those shirts? Why do you have to rub it in their face? It is legal. We don't have to make it a big thing. If we treat all people normally, then it's just going to be great. But we're not doing that.
Obviously not. It's like, how can you
like
treat people normally when this is a new thing? Like, when did it get legalized in Germany?
2016 or something. 2016 was the year I graduated from high school and fucked off of this fucking hole.
That's fucking crazy. Like, also, it's like trying to silence it, you know? It's like, why do we have to talk about it? Because it makes you uncomfortable. As long as it makes you uncomfortable, we need to talk about it because there's literally no reason for this to be the case.
As long as the patriarchy exists, and I think, fucking hope, not forever, but I doubt it that we're gonna get rid of it. We have to talk about it, I feel like.
Yeah, and it's like, it's never gonna, like actually right now,
I mean, as long as...
Shit seems like it's going backwards.
It's going backwards, and still people, we're talking not in like sexuality classes in school, it's not talked about even female pleasure, so like... I mean,
if
suppression.
We ever, it's like we're going backwards. If we ever came forward once, you know, it's like we don't even know if we made any type of
real as progress.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, to be fair.
So yeah,
I told Hannah, I think it was last week maybe, that I was talking with my mom, and she fucked me up, not gonna lie, because we were talking about sin and whatever. We just got,
if you're new here, she's really religious.
Yeah, we just got a little bit philosophical. And I was telling her a bit of like the Catholic religion basis of repent and shame and, you know, like feeling bad about yourself. And she obviously did not agree with that, even though she continuously feels bad about herself, but whatever. I'll read from my mom for free.
No.
And I was saying, like, how can you say that when everything is a sin according to that religion? And she was like, not true. I was like, you are literally born and that's a sin. You get born into sin. So how does that come? Like, you come here as a baby and you did something wrong by being born. So explain to me. She was like, no, that's not how it works. Not all sins are the same. There's still sins. I don't get it. So obviously I was like, okay, so gay people, how is that a sin? Like, something that is out of love, how can that be a sin? Like,
for real, it
makes no fucking sense. And she was simply like, my mom, she has a gay song and a thought daughter, you know, like Like, what the hell?
And she should love them equally.
She really loves us, but it's like
I know, baby.
your son is fucking gay, girl. Like, and your daughter too. It's like you just have always seen her with a man because you've never seen me with a woman, but that doesn't mean like, you know.
It couldn't happen. Ever.
Yeah, and it's like, damn, you really do still think that being gay is a sin when my brother has done so much for her. My brother's boyfriends have done so much for her as well. It's like, you know these people, you know these are good people, you know that if they could, they would not be like this because it's just inconvenient as fuck. Like, nobody would choose to be this way.
No, because the fucking society is not made for those people. Like,
so, and she was like, it's just simply not natural. In the year of the Lord 2026, she still claims that homosexuality is not natural. And she told me, I was literally like this. Like, what am I even supposed to say to you? First, you broke my fucking heart. And second of all, con locos no se discute. I'm not there. I don't have a rebuttal for you if you believe that. She was like, don't even mention the animals.
I wanted to mention the animals!
Don't even mention the animals. Yo, okay, girl, but like, if it's not natural, riddle me this. How come it exists? Can something unnatural exist? Like, I think if something exists, by definition, is natural. Maybe I'm mistaken. I don't know.
Even if gay people are just made because fucking straight people get so many children and so little of them have like their shit together to get care of those children, and they all put them in fucking institutions for them to rot, and gay people that have a fucking lot of love in their heart, those are the people that are taking care of those children and giving them like a loving home because they can't have any children by themselves.
She was like, I don't know why it's not natural. I don't know why it exists. If it's not natural, I don't know. I just know it's not okay. I was like, okay, babes, I think I'm gonna head out now.
Goodbye.
This conversation took a turn, you know?
Yeah, no.
But it's like my mom, I mean, she was born in the 50s, you know? She's not like recent, let's say.
Yeah.
But it's still like she believes that even though she lives in Madrid, even though she's been exposed to so many things. Like, my mom has watched so much Drag Race. Guys, you have no idea. And it's like, that's fucking crazy. Like, to still think that way when it comes actually to your own son and your own, like, daughter is like, damn, there has been no progress. And if people can't change their mind. And I know that some people are just wired like that. I know if I had grandmas, they would not be in support of this. I know that it's like, it has a lot to do with culture and how you were raised. And I know that, but it's like, it's so hard to see that there's no critical thinking, maybe, of just wanting to choose peace in the sense of, I don't want to have a war inside of me by not accepting something that I cannot change. Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's religion is like putting people in chains, I feel like.
Yeah.
A little bit.
A little mental jail.
I mean, even more like maybe the church, but like, I give religion to you. It can be like a good thing if you need that, but the church is fucked.
I mean, if you take, this is like everything else, girl. Like, when I like read your tarot cards or whatever, it's like I might say some things that are not real, that you don't really like resonate with what I'm saying. You let that shit go. And the ones that actually make you think, the ones that actually like spark a curiosity and be like, why is it like that I'm feeling this way? Why is it that this might be developing in this way? That's the thing you need to take home.
But baby, that's why I'm saying the church is bad, because in my opinion, the church was built to control those people that are not thinking for themselves. Actually, so it's like a very dangerous instrument.
Actually, my boyfriend bought a game for the Switch. Okay, so basically it's a video game where, basically you have your own cult that you have to grow. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of like, I mean, you recruit people and you build like a whole thing and whatever. And I was watching it. It's actually a pretty good game. And it's like, this is like every religion ever. To be fair, like, this is literally what they do. And it's like, obviously when you see it in a game, it looks so frivolous. It's obvious that for like religion was invented by people because they needed it. Like there's this girl on TikTok that she studies religion, and she's like she studies like the beginning of religion. She's not like a theologist, or maybe she is, I'm not sure. It's not like she studies, I mean she probably is. She studies like every religion, but more in the sense of
how it's structured.
Yeah, the structure, like where does it come from, why does it come from there, like basically she's like if you give any civilization, like whatever, if this is a civilization that is located, I don't know, north or south of the equatorial line, how do you say that,
Equator.
north or south from the equator, like with these climate conditions, with this many, like with these social issues, whatever, you're gonna get this type of religion and this type of religion and this type of religion, because at the end of the day it's something that people invented, like that's real. I do believe in spirituality, and I do believe like there are things that our mind cannot comprehend, but something
Surely.
that like cages you and like belittles you, and that makes you reject other people, I don't think is like right now, I don't think it's anything worth keeping, to be fair. Like people should give it like a review or something, because some things are very outdated for sure.
I think unnatural is like the hatred that is planted in white men's brains. Because like what the fuck, you know, religion, it existed for so long, but we can all agree on that all the bad things that have been caused by it were caused by Christianity. Sorry. And
I mean, there are other
a lot
religions that are also
not good. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
You know, we're not naming anything, but if you know, you know.
But a lot of things were like.
No, also
caused
this
by
girl on
Christianity.
TikTok, I don't remember her name. If I remember, we can put it here. But she was saying that basically before history was recorded ever, it was usually just matriarchies, and then after like people started getting like a way to document things, that's when men tried to insert themselves, and it was usually like religion where it was like women based, because women make children and that's something men could never do. I mean, they bear them. They might fight whether they make it or not, but that's kind of like the point, that she was explaining how the patriarchy was like a change of societal structure, because basically men just felt really inferior and they wanted to take back the power somehow. And we're still in this bullshit, man. Like, it's been really long.
Get out of it.
Girl, like, stop the train. Stop that train.
Stop the patriarchy. And I'm going to tell you something. I'll give it to you. You straight people can be at Pride. No, that's my last question to you, for real. Do you think straight people can be at Pride, participate in Pride?
I think I'm gonna say my half straight opinion. I think straight people need to be at Pride. I don't think all of them need to be at Pride. I think it's a mainly queer LGBTQ people type of event, but straight people still are more than half of the population. So we really do need for all of them to be a part, like to understand the fight and to fight with us. Otherwise, it's just gonna be us versus them all the fucking time. There needs to be some type of like nice middle where we can meet, you know?
I absolutely agree with you. And I think that also you're really pointing out what Pride is. It's not a celebration. It's more still like to remember of the riots that were happening like a lot of years ago, where people paved the way for us queers to live the way we can live now. And for also still put light on all those things that we're still missing and that are going backwards and whatever. And so I agree 100% with you. And I think though, if you go to Pride as a straight person, you have to go there as an ally.
Yeah.
And to be an ally, you have to understand what is going on in Pride. Like, what are you doing there, and what is like
your role,
what are
your
you
position,
right?
yeah.
What are you being part of? Also, what are you being part of if you're not in Pride, but you're acting like as a person by yourself, and you hear people making homophobic comments, or like your homosexual friends being in some sort of like situations where you can help as a straight person.
Yeah.
Also,
I feel like little before you say something, I also feel that maybe that's why some people might, I don't know if people complain about Madrid Pride, but I know since they do a lot of very cool cultural things, I can imagine there are a group of people who are actually homophobic and are just there to like leech off of something that is like being given to the community. That I think that's inevitable. That's just human nature. But if definitely like if you're a straight person that knows the struggle, that has a lot of gay friends, that you know, like it's like, okay, I don't live it in my own skin, but it's like I've never had like an urge to reject this type of thing, you should be there. If you're the type of people that only hangs out with straight people that have absolutely no fucking clue
and just want to like get wasted in the streets, because that's also an absolute no,
then fucking go stay home, go bro. Like right now is the World Cup, like just go to a fucking bar to watch a
football
fucking game.
Fuck
and,
that.
Like,
yeah, for
leave
real.
us cool people alone.
That's right, baby. So straight people, you're absolutely loved, and we would love to see you there if you're gonna be there as allies and in support of this.
I also feel like there can be this mentality and of being like, if it were like only community people thing, then the straight, which are usually the people who hold all of the power, like people in the government they're probably not all straight, but you know, they're straight presenting and shit like that. It's like, I don't think it's gonna be like taken as seriously, if that makes sense, because they can just dismiss it. It's just like, oh, it's just a bunch of weirdos or whatever, you know? When there's like a lot of variety of people, it's like, okay, this shit matters to the people in general, not just to this little boy, whatever.
Also, it's a good place, and I think that's always like something that is great if you're like open with who you are, and you open the doors to those who are loving and curious and try to like understand and also to be there. Those are maybe also the moments where you catch people that are not sure of their sexuality, or like that just like want to be part of it right now, maybe as an ally, and maybe in a couple of years they feel differently, but like even more because we get born into a society that is so heteronormative, and we grow up like this so much, like sometimes it takes so much of you to be true to yourself, and so little baby steps by taking part of things like that are great. So yeah.
Do they do a pride thing in Germany?
Yeah, they have pride parades, but it's not the same. Like, it's not. I never felt like it's also like big. Like the pride parades are big for Christopher Street Day, but I never felt like it's something like here where it's for like a couple days. Like they do stuff like this, great things for queer people as well. You know, it's like
there's a race in Chueca of people running in heels.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. Guys,
you should totally go watch that.
Also, be excited for our Pride content. Obviously, we're going to post some Pride content.
You know what we should do?
Run in heels.
We should do like a hangout in Chueca, and we should eat like the waffle coochies.
Yeah, absolutely.
Period.
So you're going to see all of our amazingly hot, beautiful, queer friends.
Which is all of them.
And you're gonna, for real, you're gonna be blinded. Well, anyway, guys, thanks for listening. I'm sure all of our listeners are actually allies. So we love you.
Gay rights.
Gay rights. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.